Hello everyone, today we're going to be covering basal anchors or base anchors, some people call it. And all that is having a rope up in a tree or over a structure, and you want to take the end of the rope and you want to tie it off to that either tree or structure. Okay, now I'm going to show you 3 different ways of doing this. The first way is the simplest and the most common way. And a lot of you may already know it, but I'm going to show you a little bit of a twist to it that'll make your life a little bit easier. Okay, so this is the running bowline. It's very simple. You're going to come around and you're going to capture it, and you're going to basically tie a bowline. Okay, so the bowline will go around, and all right, and there's your bowline capturing it. And when you tighten this, you've basically formed a girth hitch onto your tree. Okay, now it's very common. A lot of you probably know this already, but I'm going to show you a little trick I learned from another YouTuber, Educated Climber, which I thought was pretty cool. Okay, and because the problem with this is when you take off tension, this wants to fall. Okay, and you want this to stay in place. So what you can do is you can take the top strand, and what you can be doing is you're going to form a bite on it like this, and you're going to be forming a barrel knot basically. Okay, so we're going to go downward. Okay, and basically what we've done is we're tying a barrel knot with the standing part captured inside of it. Okay, so if we set this up and we tension this again, and this is where we want our base to be, we can keep our tension on it, and then we can slide this barrel knot onto our girth hitch. Okay, and what that does is it keeps that in place, just like that. Okay, which I think is pretty neat. Okay, so just basically it's a running bowline with a barrel knot onto the standing part to help cinch that down. And to loosen it, you pull that out, and then you can go ahead and break your whole system down. Okay, so that's the first one. I thought that was kind of a neat little tip. And again, it was from Educated Climber, who's an excellent resource if you want to watch arborist videos. Okay, so that's method number 1. So we're going to break this down. I'm going to show you method number 2. Okay, so method number 2 is also going to add added friction so it stays in place. Okay, so we're going to take our center line, we're going to wrap our tree. Okay, this time we're going to form a bite around it. Okay, and then we're going to go back around the tree again. Go ahead and center our rope where we want it. Okay, so you can see that. Now we're going to form a bite around there, and then we're going to tie another bowline. Okay, so sort of like a variation on the running bowline. Okay, we'll take some slack up on that. Okay, so the running bowline's capturing that. And pull that tight. get all those strands engaged. And that's another one that will stay in place. And you're going to have the advantage of 4 strands holding that onto your system. Okay, that's another easy method to secure your rope to the base of your tree. Okay, I'm going to step back and let you look at that again. So if we covered 2 methods, they both hold in place, and the third method is by far the most secure one I'm going to show you. There's different standards in the rope world, and arborists can do things that rescue personnel can't, okay, due to different safety standards. And so I'm going to show you a method of tying off to an object that is dead secure and will pass any rescue standard. Okay. All right. So again, we're going to have, this is going to take a fair amount of rope too, because we want to get at least 2 wraps around the tree, and that should be enough. So you have to kind of estimate what you're going to be doing, but you're going to be wrapping the tree. Again, we want to go at least twice, preferably 3 times, but 2 is pretty good. Okay, let's get it over one more time. Okay, at this point we want to dress everything up, make it look good. Okay, we want to center our center strand again. Okay, all right, so I'm going to step back and let you look at that. So I've wrapped it twice. And what I want to do next, this is called a bowline on a coil. And we want to take our tail and come underneath. Just like that right there. Okay. We'll set that tail down. We want to hold it right here. And we want to form a bite with the standing part. And then we want to twist counterclockwise 1 time. So you have a nice crossover. We want to stick this bite from the top down. Okay. Come back on our standing part, pull the bite through here. And this little loop we've created where my middle finger is where my tail is going to go. And what we're doing basically is a snap bowline. Okay. Stick that through there. Okay. And now we want to dress it. It's loose right now. We want to pull our standing part. Okay, put a little tension on here. And that's going to give our bowline on a coil with 3 strands holding onto that tree. Now this could be a structure also. It doesn't have to be a tree. But what's important is that it's not going to slip. Okay, that's a bowline on a coil. So there you go. There are 3 different methods of doing a basal anchor or a base anchor. All 3 are fairly simple. The most complicated one would be this last one, but with a couple practice sessions, you'll get it no problem. So, all right, I hope this helps. These are all safe. They don't move, and they're good to know. I'll see you on the next one.